Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be reviewing another graphic novel. This one will be Deadshot Beginnings. Yeah. So, yeah, before I actually begin the review, spoiler warning, as usual, so for those who haven't read Deadshot Beginnings, I recommend you get it, either all single issues from the 4 miniseries, plus Detective Comics 474, 518, and Batman 369 because those are also included in here, like bonuses. Yeah. So get the whole Deadshot Beginnings miniseries plus those 3 comic books. Detective Comics 474 and 518 and Batman 369 because again there may be spoilers as usual, so yeah, 10 seconds as usual starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up for those who still haven't read the books or the issues or whatever and are still watching this. Don't complain down in the comments below or be messaging me. Then I never give you a fair warning, because I did, as usual. So, Deadshot Beginnings, what I think of it. So, yeah. So, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So, basically, this graphic novel consists mostly of 7 different comics, but the main story arc here is the Deadshot Beginnings 4-issue miniseries, Deadshot miniseries, which was written by John Ostrander, Kim Yeo, and Luke McDonald. McDonald. So basically, you have Deadshot, and he's this master marksman, sniper, whatever, and he's basically trying to get back his son or adopted son, I believe it was son, biological son, not adoptive. And the reason is because his son was kidnapped because he didn't finish a job 20 years before the events of this. And the job in question was killing his own father. Instead, he ended up killing his own brother. And the person who sent him to do this was his mom. So yeah, and his mom is also behind the kidnapping of Deadshot's son or her grandson or whatever. Yeah, you do have some pretty cool action scenes and whatever. This story, before I actually also get to that, you also have the 3 issues. I mean, those 3 issues, the 3 bonus issues, they're just really Deadshot with Batman in it. Not really I could say much about that. One of them is apparently he's tracking Alfred and his daughter Julie, and cause apparently the daughter found something that belonged to the Nazis, and this guy hired Deadshot to kill them to get the item, and Batman, he came to save the day as usual. The next issue is 518 of Detective Comics. It's of Deadshot's hired to basically kill Batman and Bruce Wayne, and as we all know, Bruce Wayne is Batman, but Alfred hired this lookalike so this guy that looks like Bruce Wayne. So now he thinks he's supposed to now kill 2 different people. And then the last one, Batman, actually no, the Batman issues. Actually, no, I messed up. The Batman issue is the one with Alfred. Yeah. So the first Detective comic, 474, is of Batman and Deadshot again, just duking it out. After Batman, I believe, or Deadshot, after Deadshot, escapes. Escapes. Get a quick cameo of Penguin there, so that's pretty cool. Deadshot escapes from prison, So now Batman has to save the day and get him back. So what I think of it, the plot was convoluted. You know, it's just weird. It's all over the place. The plot, I mean, even for the story arcs, it's just convoluted. I really don't like it. It's just way off. It's weird. Doesn't make sense. The plot, I mean, they're trying to do one thing and then they go to another thing, and it just the pacing and everything. It's just weird. I really don't like the way the plot came out for the Deadshot story arc and the 3 bonus issues. It was just weird. It was convoluted, is all I can say. I mean, you do get some pretty amazing scenes, you know, pretty cool scenes. I guess that's good, and I really do like that Deadshot does get a bit of background. Get a bit of background, to see, a bit of who he is, character development. I guess that's good. I mean, and in the Deadshot story arc, Batman's not really in it. I mean, I would have preferred Batman in it, but, at the same time, I understand. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is hit and miss for me. The pacing is off, and the plot is convoluted. And also, another thing I really don't like is the art in this story arc. I mean, the art is decent. Who did this? The artists, yeah, Luke McDonald, Marshall Rogers, Terry Austin, Don Newton, Bruce Patterson, and Alfredo Alcala. Which I'm reading it off here. The second section right there. I mean, the art just doesn't look good in my opinion. I mean, there's some boxes, not boxes, but I mean, you know what I mean. There's some parts that look good, and then others that don't look good. Just that also throws me off and takes me out of the experience a bit. And I mean, the cover, it looked pretty cool, but you do have a few scenes that do look pretty cool. But overall, this wasn't a very strong plot. This wasn't a very strong story arc, and yeah, I mean, it had its ups, it had its downs, but what can you say? I mean, I am a bit disappointed at it. I wish it would have been better, but what can you do? This, disappointed. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. I mean, originally I was gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10, but after having gone through it, and after having just said this all out loud, I really don't see how I can give this a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, I think this may be the lowest I've ever given any comic issue or graphic novel, but I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's just under decent. I mean, everything's just convoluted. The pacing, the plot, and the art just doesn't look good. I mean, the only saving grace in this story arc is the fact that you do get a bit of background development, and there are some scenes and some sequences that look pretty cool. I mean, despite how awkward the art looks like. I mean, the writing also. I mean, the writing's another thing. I mean, I don't really have a huge problem with the writing. I mean, it's decent. It could have been better. Could have been more polished. Whatever. Yeah, 5 out of 10 is what I would give this story arc. I am disappointed at it. That's all I could really say. Yeah, 5 out of 10. So that's it for this review. Remember to subscribe. I also do other comic book reviews. I also review, other graphic novels, single issues, comic books. I also review TV shows and movies. So definitely stay tuned for those. And besides that, comment below on your thoughts. Deadshot Beginnings, have you read it? Or any of the issues, and what you think of it? Did you actually like it, or did you hate it, or are you just neutral like me? It's just like whatever. 5 out of 10. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Deadshot Beginnings? And yeah, remember to share on Facebook, Twitter, or MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.